I said it a moment ago, I'll say it again. I forgot to remind you to upload corrections on Monday because that's when they were technically due. So you don't have to do it now, but sometime today, if you can upload those corrections to the Unit 1 exam, if you want me to go through them and give you half your points back, those technically should be done, but I haven't looked at them yet, so I'll give you extra time on that if you want it. Questions on that? Okie dokie. So the notes last night were quick. It was a matter of setting up your handheld graphing calculator.
Good job.
Yay on that. And so that's for the inquiry lesson that we are about to go into. So when you set up that, after you set up the calculator, make sure you have your textbook handy because you'll need to get some information from there. And we're going to take the quiz in just a second or two. Before we do that, just so you know that after you get done with the quiz, go right into the inquiry activity. Grab your pod member or your partner that you work with. You don't have to wait for the entire class to finish the quiz. So before I go on, Aiden, do you have a question? Okay. So we've learned that we can find derivatives using the limit method. We've also learned that there are patterns for finding derivatives quickly when you have polynomials. And that gave us the constant rule and the power rule. So far, so good? Okay, so today is kind of a major transition. After you get done with your quiz, we're transitioning from talking about polynomials, talking about trig functions. So sine, cosine, tangent, right? Those are the big three. And then you also have cosecant and cotangent, and I'm missing one. Thank you, secant. Those are less common, but they're definitely things you can't do a power rule on. Right? They're not written as x to the power n. So we need a different recognition for the derivative. I say derivative, you think
So
okay. So your calculator can numerically calculate the derivative. And the notes went through how to do that. And I think we went through that also at other ways, at other points in time. So you're going to use your calculator to come up with derivative values. And you're going to recognize a pattern in those derivative values. And you're going to say, oh my gosh, because I graphed all these derivative values and it shows me this thing, this other function, I know the derivative of this function is that function. Okay. So questions about that? Okay, now we're kind of jumping around here. Now I'm going to ask you to jump back to your quiz mode. Bless you. Thank you. Okay, so this is the Unit 2, Quiz 1, rates of change, differentiability, derivative rules. Okay, remember our points of differentiability and points of non-differentiability are up on the wall, in the word wall. So use that to know calculator. There's your grading scale for it, 12 minutes. You'll still need a textbook for even the next class. And I will figure out why we need scissors, but I have scissors here. You don't have to bring your own. That was left over from last year. Okay. I will stop talking.